Hey guys, it's Bailey and welcome back to the channel. This is going to be a what's new kind of at the drugstore haul. I actually placed an order at ULTA because they're all drugstore items or items you can find at your CVS, your Walgreens, your nearest drugstore, but I always like to check the ULTA's what's new section online because chances are they have it before I can find it in like the what's new section in my local drugstore. So little hot tip. Ultimately though, it took me forever to try all of these, so I'm just now getting around to it, and you probably have all seen these items in your drugstore, but either way, I am coming at you with my thoughts and some demos of some of the latest and greatest things that I have picked up from ULTA / the drugstore. So let's get into it. The first of which is a new Maybelline foundation and concealer duo that I have actually already reviewed, but because this was technically in the haul, I figured I'd give it a mention and let you know that I already have a video up. Bottom line is this is the Superstay Better Skin Transforming Foundation. Pro, it makes your skin look flawless. Super buildable coverage, medium to full, but it looks like second skin. Downside is, for those that have combo to full oily skin, this might not fly for you. I personally experienced a ton of excess shine with this. Some of you though in the comments of that video, like I said, go watch it if you want to learn more about it. A lot of you said that it worked for your oily skin, you just primed and set with powder to be really sure. So if that's the case, good on you, because this is an amazing foundation. Just kind of tricky for combo to oily skin. Next up are new powder shadows from Almay. I picked out two trios. These are the Intense Eye Color, and then I actually have Evening Smoky, which I'm wearing right now, and I'll show a demo of me applying them, and Everyday Neutrals, that trio. And I am not like a super Almay fan. Some of the stuff I like, others just so-so, but the reason that I picked these up when seeing them in the what's new section was because I love these little gems. These are some underrated drugstore eyeshadows that I actually included in an underrated drugstore products video. These are the Intense Eye Color powder shadow. Maybe they're the original version of these and that's why they caught my eye. I hope they're not discontinuing these, because bottom line is, guys, these kind of suck. The pigmentation isn't great. I would say that the Everyday Neutrals trio is much better than the Evening Smoky trio. Like, I don't feel like it looks too bad from far away, but I think you'll be able to see as you watch me apply it that it's just, especially the lightest shade in this trio, leaves a lot to be desired as far as pigmentation goes. It's more like a glittery overspray almost, and not even that glittery at that. And the whole thing just kind of lacks some intensity, pigmentation, has a lot of fallout. I just think there are other affordable eyeshadows out there to recommend these to you, and especially given that this is kind of my standard for this kind of trio. The other thing I wanted to bring up is the size. These are powder shadows, but they are in the same packaging as these singles, which actually aren't powder. They're kind of a cream hybrid formula. These aren't so bad. These are nameless, apparently. I took the label of them off. But whatever they are, they're not so bad. You have to go into it knowing that the pigmentation isn't stellar, but the lasting power with these is pretty good. But I would say they are best for a very downplayed, neutral, everyday eye look as opposed to something amped up and dramatic. But mostly the reason I wanted to bring them up is because despite having very similar packaging, the size is like no comparison. You could easily fit like 3 of these guys in here, just to give you a size reference. Next, I kind of went glow crazy. I am all about the highlighters pretty much year round, but especially, you know, with summer upon us, everyone's launching their version of highlighter, and so L'Oreal actually, I have a lot from L'Oreal. The first, I'm gonna talk about the ones that I love first. These are the True Match Lumi Liquid Glow Illuminators Prime and Highlight. I'm not sure. These are very shimmery and pearlescent, and they do the job really, really well. They are liquid, which I really like because it adds a whole new dimension of versatility. You can apply it as is, tops of your cheekbone. Actually, they have a diagram on the back that shows where you can apply it, but you can apply it on top of your makeup, your foundation, your powder, cheekbones, or you can mix it in with your foundation to give what is generally a, maybe a matte or satin finish foundation an all over glowy effect. Or you can mix it in with your body lotion and apply it to your arms and legs, and I love liquid highlighters, so I knew I had to pick these up. There are 3 shades in total. There's one for cool undertones, one for neutral undertones. This is actually the one I'm wearing. not really realizing that it is for neutral undertones. It's rose, but it really doesn't come off as rose on the cheeks. I'm wearing blush now, so my cheeks are gonna have kind of a pinky or peachy tinge, but when I show this to you in application, my cheeks are totally bare so that you can actually see just how much pigmentation this has. and then the other is golden, so for warmer undertones. But I have to say that for the most part, there really isn't a huge difference amongst all these. Obviously, I have all three, and I personally think all three flatter my skin tone. They apply really nicely, really smoothly. In all three of these, the illumination or the pearlescence is super, the shimmer, I guess, is so finely milled that it creates kind of a pearlescent look. That's not the case for all of these liquid highlighters out there, like Revlon. I forget what theirs is called, but theirs to me is kind of chunky, so I prefer these from L'Oreal. NYX has one out that I haven't tried yet. Maybe I'll just do a kind of roundup and comparison because there are quite a few of these out at this point, but I really like these and would recommend them. They apply very smoothly, evenly, give the skin a gorgeous glow without being too overdone. They do call them primers. I wouldn't personally prime my skin with this, but the texture does lend itself nicely to being a primer. They don't have that typical silicone-y feel that a primer might have, and I know a lot of you guys were kind of with me when I was I forget what primer I was, oh, the Smashbox primer from my Ipsy bag. I did not like that, but I don't like primers with that kind of texture in general, so if you don't either and you are looking for an illuminating primer, this might be up your alley, but I personally prefer to strategically apply highlight around my face, and so I really love these for that and would recommend all three shades. Moving on to the highlighters that I don't care so much for. They are the new True Match Lumi Powder Glow highlighters, and there are, once again, three shades. I think I got all the shades I could. The three that I have, though, are Golden, Rose for neutral skin tones, or Ice for cool skin tones. But the bottom line is, each of these has 4 different colors inside. They are big enough to where you could conceivably take a brush and kind of isolate them and apply them where you want all over the face. Personally, when I was swatching these, I tried to do 4 swatches of each and gave up after the first one because there really isn't a huge difference between each of these shades. You're better off just swirling your brush in there and applying as is. Once you do, I find that this definitely has a chunkier highlight, and so technically my dislike of these is really up to personal preference. If you don't mind kind of a chunkier, more distinctive shimmer across your cheeks, you may very well love these. The texture is very smooth. It's not like it feels grainy on your skin at all, but I really prefer pearlescent, opalescent, like lit from within kind of illumination, and not I got serious shimmer on my face kind of illumination. So that was my main gripe with these. And also there are some of these kind of highlighters that have the separate colors in them, like Physicians Formula has one of my favorites. Revlon has kind of a shimmer strip equivalent, actually so does Physicians Formula. And all of those, you can actually distinguish each of the colors inside, and so it really has multiple purposes. You can separate those colors into a different eye look, separate them to get different cheek colors, or you can swirl them all together for an all-over bronzer or blusher or highlight glow, whatever it is they're supposed to do. And this just doesn't do that so much. So once again, this is just one of those products that while it's not an awful product, I can think of other products in the drugstore that are equally as affordable, if not more so. So I'd recommend those over these. Last up are the lips, and I'm finishing off this video with some loves. These are brand new lip products from Maybelline. They are the Color Blur by Lip Studio Cream Matte Pencil and Smudger. And I picked these up not only because they're new and they look super bright and amazing and fun for summer, but they also look very similar to some international beauty products that you might remember from my Korean beauty haul. These are from Wannabe. They're the Cushion Tint. I picked up 2 colors in Rose and Summer, and basically on one end they have a lipstick, and on the other hand they have a spongy smudger. And the premise behind these is that you apply them to the center of your lips and then feather that lip color out so that it really blurs the edges. It almost looks like you are, you know, like sucking on a lollipop or something, and so you have that inner stained lip that just kind of bleeds outward. It's a cool concept. It's not personally for me. I was wearing it in a video relatively recently. This color, actually, a lot of you guys were asking about it, which is one of the Maybelline that I'll get to, by the way. But as I was watching myself, I just thought my lips, it makes my lips look way too thin. I don't have super full lips to begin with, and so to apply these, it just makes them look kind of even thinner, which is just not the look I'm going for. But if you do want to minimize the appearance of your lips, that is a good way to do it. On to the Maybelline lip products. These are identical in premise, and the texture is very similar as well. So the colors I have, the one I'm wearing is Orangey Glad, which I think is far more red than orange. I think it's a very deep wearable orange for those of you who are a little frightened away by the packaging. Then I got a beautiful deep crimson called Partner in Crimson, naturally. And then a vibrant fuchsia called Pink Insanity. I just thought all three of these would be super fun for summer. And oh, trick though with this packaging, I spent forever and a day twisting up here because it's an automatic lip pencil and most pencils twist up that way. Don't. The twisty part is down here with the smudger actually. This smudger is a rubberized, it kind of feels like an eraser, but it's hollow inside, so it's very, very squishy and soft, and it really gets the job done with feathering. These have almost more of a mousse texture, which might not make sense since it is actually a solid lipstick sort of form. You can see me applying it there, but once it's actually on the lips, it takes quite a while to set, so it gives you plenty of time to work with that smudger and feather everything out. But I would say that ultra light, soft texture also kind of lends itself out to blurring the lines maybe a little bit too much. With the Wannabe, it's kind of more traditional lipstick texture, so once it's in the center, you have to work a little bit harder to spread it around to get more of a truer gradient. And with the Maybelline, I think it's easy to apply it in the center and then find that once you blend it out, it looks like you're wearing regular lipstick, which is good if, like me, you want that look anyway. But of course, these are also awesome lipsticks even if you don't want to do the gradient lip trend thing. As you can see here, I'm wearing this. I just applied it as I would a normal lipstick. It does come off on glasses. It's not transfer proof. However, it is long lasting. It stains your lips, and so I find that these last me between 3 and 4 hours through drinking and light eating. So even though it has that ultralight, soft, blendable texture, it does actually stay in place and kind of cling to the lips, so you have some serious lasting power here. Really recommend you pick these up if you are looking for some fun, bright, bold lip colors. That's it from me. There weren't a whole lot of different kinds of products, but I got a lot of the shades of the products that I got. So it felt kind of short, kind of long, not sure how this video is going to come out, but I hope you enjoyed it either way. Thank you guys so much for watching, and please let me know what you guys are picking up from the drugstore. These are the things that caught my eye, but there are a ton of new things out there lately, so I'd love to hear what you're picking up. Thanks again for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.